Good evening, all. Ira Epstein, and this is June 20th, Juneteenth, 2022, and I am back, all right? I'm not well. I wish I could tell you, hey, I'm over COVID. I'm not contagious anymore, according to the doctors. I'm in that week period where I have to wear a mask, basically stay away from people as much as I can. I'm over a hump. I'm weak, no question about it. I get up, I take naps. My voice is still very, very weak. I can talk for periods of time, then it sort of fades on me. But I'm over the hump, and I appreciate you putting up with it. Certainly wasn't intentional. I can only tell you, I've had 3 COVID shots. I got it. I doubt I'd be here. That's how ill I got without having those shots. I truly believe that, because I was this close from going to the hospital as it was. My wife was debating, does she take me to the emergency room, because I couldn't breathe. It hit my lungs unbelievably bad. Just moving would hurt you terribly. It's like somebody you were in a fist fight. But here I am. I can hit my lungs, and I'm back. All right. So let's talk about these markets, because it's interesting. You know, one of the things we have to keep our eye on is the markets are coming down, and some of the numbers that I'm watching, if you go to the futures markets, you're approaching the 200-week moving average. You don't have to hit it. You're in a zone now where the market's near a major support area in everything but the Russell. The Russell is underneath it and has been for a while, so that is your weakest of the indices. As for the rest of the market, you know, one of the things that we have to keep looking at is what are the PE ratios? How far has this market gotten back down to something that's more normal? I mean, we want to see something approaching 16 so that that's fully normal. We got up into the 30 level, and people go, that's the new norm. I've been around this 50 some odd years. There really aren't a lot of new norms. There's better ways of doing things, but markets seem to come back to the old school rules. And that is the beauty of trading. If you know those rules, you pay attention. Anything can stay out of the rules for a while. Anything. That's just the nature of a market. Markets change. They become electronic. They trade 24 hours. Everything changes. But at the end of the day, a moving average is a moving average. A stochastic's a stochastic. A price chart pattern's a pattern. I mean, this is how it works. When I look at stocks, which are the semiconductors, I'm still of the camp, look at how bearish this is. There's nothing really friendly on this chart. The pattern is lower highs, lower lows, which is still bearish. When we look at the moving averages, you're going to get another bearish crossover here, where the 18-week average is about to cross that green, the 100. And when it does, people will say, oh, we had a bearish crossover in the market, and you could be going back to the 314 level. On the way up, because of those averages, that's a natural sell zone for traders if the market puts on a rally there. But you got to understand, that's a $70 rally. That's a heck of a rally. I have my doubts you're going that high right away. So what is the market saying? It's saying that these semiconductor chips obviously aren't as short supply as we're led to believe. Otherwise, they'd be being well bid. Conversely, maybe the products they go into, because we're, I think, in a full-fledged recession, the demand for those products isn't as big as it could be. There's a combination here, probably a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You're under the Bollinger Band. Would I ever tell a trader to be short under a Bollinger Band, especially adding a new position? It will never happen from me, as it won't happen with me ever telling you, hey, buy long over a band. No, you only stay over a band or under it 5% of the time. They build the casinos from inside this. The guys that are doing that are where we get the money to put up and buy the new land for the casino. Momentum, still pointing itself down. So trend down, bias down, but overdone. I'd like to see rallies, because I think it's still in the short sale area. In KBE, the bank index, well, you're down into the 200-week average. You can slide through it, but the 200-week with the Bollinger Band is a zone where if you were next to me, I'd give you the elbow and I'd say, you've milked this market as much as you can at this point. Let's see if it does what it normally does and tries to bounce away from the 200-week average. That's what I'd be telling you. XLI, the industrial sector, same thing. Why not cover your shorts right against the 200-week in the lower band? If you were next to me and you were fortunate enough to be short, and it's been in a downtrend, it's a natural zone to cover this week. I think it's already done, fait accompli. I think the pros have covered a bunch of their shorts. Then in XLE, you just lost all your bullish momentum. This was an embedded reading that you lost, and you immediately went to the 18-week average. You cut under the last break low of 75.13, so you have a higher high, lower low, caught in this channel, but not in a trend of any type at this point. SPY, this is what I was showing you. Start paying attention to these 200-week averages. I'm not saying you're going there since you're under the Bollinger Band already, but if they wanted to get there, I'm very interested. GLD, this should be the support zone, 168.03. You have to clear this number on GLD, 177.43 to get friendly or no longer be bearish might be a good word for it. Right now, the bears are still in full control, and this is a cover all short area in GLD. You're down to the 200-week, the lower band. You have broken back. While momentum's down, there's no edge. The edge is gone. If it falls, fine, but you'd be under the Bollinger Band. You only stay under it 5% of the time. Kathy Wood's ARK, you made a new low for her move, 35.65. You can see how market is down here. Still no sign that she's out of the woods in any way, shape, or form at this point. So, Apple. When we look at Apple, sorry about that, this Windows Defender came up. The market is fighting a battle right through here. So as I'm looking at the markets, just to put it mildly, I think we'll leave it right here, by the way. I'm looking at what the markets are doing. I think you're in a short covering area. I expect to see more of that this week. I thank you for putting up with me not being able to do the updates while I was trying to get them done due to my COVID. I'm past that bad hump. I'm able to talk, not for lengthy periods. This is 6-7 minutes. 20 minutes is still hard, but I do it by hitting pause in the morning subscriber updates. I'm Ira Epstein. I'll see you tomorrow with a much lengthier one of these. Take care.